Hello and welcome to this Electrical Principles training video. In this video we're going to continue considering our subject of SI units, so if you haven't already done so then please click the link in the description below to download the worksheet so that you can fill that in as we go through the video. Now in this video we're going to consider the subjects of time, frequency and periodic time. Now these are important for electricians because it's going to help us to understand AC electricity in a lot more depth, which is the type of electricity that we use for pretty much all of our installation work at the moment. It'll be interesting to see what the future holds for DC. Now the first area that we're going to discuss in this video is time. Now this is a fascinating subject. It's the means by which we measure the passage of the fourth dimension of our universe, and it's an interesting thing because we think of it as being something that's really regulated and an absolute constant. But what's interesting is that actually you can change how quickly time goes. You can personally slow time down for yourself. If you're sat down watching this perhaps at a desk or something like that, then get up and walk around the room. Now for that period while you're walking, time actually slows down for you. Time is relative, and the faster we go, the slower time goes. Now if you're just walking down the road, then that change in how quickly or slowly time went for you is really microscopic. You'd barely notice the difference. But as you get faster and faster, the slower and slower time goes. And as you approach the speed of light, that effect becomes really noticeable. But even for satellites that are flying around the Earth, the clocks on board those satellites actually start to drift from the time that clocks show on the Earth because they're travelling so much faster than those ones, which is really quite remarkable when you stop and think about it. However, that's much more highbrow stuff than we need to be discussing in order to pass our electrical exams. So let's just make sure that we've got a very clear completed worksheet here with the SI units contained. So the mathematical symbol that we use for time is a lowercase t, as you can see here, and the unit that we use is the second. So that is the base unit for time. So if you're working perhaps with a number in hours or minutes, then generally speaking you'll need to change it into seconds to get it down to the base unit there. The unit symbol that we give it is a lowercase s for second. Now the next thing we're going to discuss in this video is frequency. Now frequency in connection with electrical installation relates to AC waveforms. So I'll pop up on the screen here, you can see we've got an AC waveform. You may recognise it from your math studies when you're at school as being what we refer to as a sine wave. Now the reason for that is really interesting and I've done a video on that, so please check that out if you're interested in a little bit more depth in this subject. However, for the time being, we'll just have a look at it here. So you can see that our AC waveform goes from 0 at its start point and then it heads up to a maximum positive value, drops to 0 again, and then it goes down to a maximum negative value before coming back to 0. That kind of path that it's taken there is what we refer to as one cycle, because it's got right back to the starting point, and if we were to bolt another AC waveform on the end of it, you'd see that the pattern would just repeat and keep going forever and ever and ever. So that's what we refer to as one complete cycle, when it's gone from 0 to maximum positive to 0 to maximum negative and back to 0 again. So let's just go back to our worksheet and fill this line in, and then we'll explain this a little bit more detail. So we use a lowercase f for the mathematical symbol that represents frequency. Frequency is measured in hertz, spelt as you can see on the screen here, H-E-R-T-Z. Now notice that that is not the plural, so if an AC waveform had a frequency of 1, we would still say 1 hertz, because that Z is the end of someone's name. It's not an S on the end for it being plural. The unit symbol that we use is a capital H followed by a lowercase z there. So let's go back to our graph now to try and understand this in a little bit more depth. So if we say that the distance from this point on the graph here to this point here represents 1 second, you can see that this waveform has done one full cycle in the space of 1 second, and therefore we would say that it has a frequency of 1 hertz. If I now change the graph slightly, so if I change the frequency of this, you can see that we're now completing 2 full cycles in the space of 1 second. So therefore, the frequency of this waveform is 2 hertz. Now this is really important for electrical installation because we need to know what the waveform is, what the frequency of that waveform is for our installations here in the UK. Now in the UK we have an AC waveform of 50 Hertz. So that looks like this, as you can see here on the screen. It's completing 50 of those cycles every second, which is pretty amazing when you think about it, because each time it goes into the positive part of the cycle, that means that the electricity is going one way around the circuit, and when it drops into the negative part of the cycle, that means it's changing direction and going back the other way. So that's happening 50 times. It's going through that cycle of going first one way, then back the other way around the circuit. It's doing that 50 times every second, which is pretty mind-blowingly fast. And we can prove that if we just have a quick look at my frequency meter here that I've got mounted on my workshop wall, on my studio wall here. You can see that we're running at just about 50 Hertz at the moment. Now, really closely related to frequency is the periodic time. Now, the periodic time of an AC waveform is the amount of time it takes to do one full cycle. So if we go back to our original graph, you can see here again the distance from this point to this point represents 1 second, and therefore it takes 1 second for our AC waveform to go through one full cycle. If we now go back to our second waveform that had a frequency of 2 Hertz, you can see it's completing 2 cycles in the space of a second. What you can see happening now is that in order to complete just one of those cycles, it's taking a lot less time than it did before. In fact, it's happening in the space of half a second. So we would say that the periodic time of this waveform is 0.5 of a second. Now, the good thing about periodic time is that actually we use the exact same mathematical symbols and units as we did for time. So if we just go back to our worksheet and fill that in, we can see there we've got a lowercase t for periodic time. You may sometimes see a little p put in the subscript to indicate that it's periodic, so you may see that in some textbooks, or your teacher may prefer that method. But we also measure periodic time in seconds, that is the SI unit, and again we give it the unit symbol of a lowercase s. So we've got our worksheet filled in. It should look like this now with all of that information in it. Some typical exam questions that you may get for this particular area. You may be asked to define frequency. That's quite a common one. So remember that frequency is the number of cycles per second of an AC waveform. It's that specific in this case. You may just think of frequency as how often something happens, but you've got to be quite specific in this area of study. You may also be asked what is the SI unit for frequency, so remember that's Hertz. And you may also be asked what is the frequency of the electrical supply in the UK, so remember that's 50 Hertz. That's quite an important number that might come up in your exam there. So hopefully this video has been of some help to you. Hopefully we've got a completed worksheet. We're still trawling our way through those SI units, so there's a few more to go, but we're well past the halfway mark now, so that's good. So all that remains in this video is to say thank you very much for watching.